And welcome back. Our go-to foraging friend, Rachel West, is here again. Rachel, how are you?
Amazing.
Okay, so what did you bring us today?
So this is Elderberry Wine-Braised beef. And the potatoes are just your good old-fashioned potatoes. They were whipped with duck fat. And there is wild oregano on the top, which is also known as Ditney. So the reason I brought it was
incredible
because it's 30 degrees and I love you, but I refused to leave the cupboard of the home, and I was like, this is what I love about foraging in all seasons is that I have stuff whenever I want it, and I don't have to. If oregano is not in season right now, I still got her sitting on the shelf.
Yeah.
And so if you both, I'll give you a little bit here, and you can.
Is it in season all summer?
It is, and this is one of the most common in our forest floor, and it's in the mint family. It's definitely high in thymol, which is used in a lot of like Listerine and things like that, but it's antiseptic.
Yeah.
But it's just an amazing seasoning, and so to be able to gather this and then cook with it when it's terrible outside.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And then I use red wine to braise things like all folks. But whenever it calls for brown sugar or something, I tend to then go, what do I have on hand that isn't brown sugar or something? And so I used my elderberry good stuff. So as you taste the beef, you're going to get the sweetness of the elderberry, and then you're going to get that oregano flavor.
Which is really interesting. So like what's other, obviously you brought us this really awesome meal, but what's like some other things that people could cook pretty easily in the home with the elderberry good stuff?
So with the elderberry, I've done anything from cheesecake. We do sparkling water. My kids literally dip apples in it, so it's really, really easy. You can make your own elderberry vinegar at home.
What's in it?
But,
it's just vinegar and...
It's vinegar and sugar. So
the sugar made it thicker, right?
Right.
Okay.
And at home, we love mixing elderberry with vinegar and honey as well. It's called an oxmel. I personally, I don't can it or put it for sale with honey because it has to be pressurized anyway. And so you would lose the qualities of the honey in it
if it's
once
pressurized?
once you heat it. So as soon as it's been heated, it kills any of the like natural probiotics and all of that.
Raw honey is what you would want.
Correct.
Okay.
And so if I sell elderberry kits for sure for my students, I give them the elderberries and I tell them once it's cooled on the counter, is it good?
Well, yeah,
It's
it
very
looks
good.
like just roast potatoes and carrots, but it does not taste just like
it's
roast.
like, yeah.
It's like got this special magic to it, just like all of her stuff, right?
Yeah, the roast has a really good flavor to it, and the potatoes are like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like different than what I've normally had, but there's just like the special, like, I don't know, flavor.
Well, I always think of oregano as being such an Italian seasoning, but it's like really homey when you're putting it on this type of dish.
We even do the cheap pizzas that you just like at Mama Jean's that you get that are on the cauliflower crust that are just solid cheese, and we love to top those with the wild oregano.
That's actually a great idea.
Denver will do wild oregano and feta and like other stuff that's in the kitchen, and then it ends up being a totally different thing, but it's just kind of fun because we can go out to the yard and just get 5 or 10 leaves and dice them up with our wild garlic and this, and it feels new, even though it's a $10 Mama Jean's cheese pizza. You know, like we're still cheating. It's just about figuring out how to.
Your oregano does that just grow like? Does it get very tall? Like, how do I find that?
So it'll grow around the bases. I usually find it around our white oak trees. It is in the mint family. It's super aromatic. So if you've, what I tell my students is if you smell a mint family plant, you'll notice first it'll have a square stem. They'll have opposite alternating leaves. And then as soon as you squeeze it and you smell it, if you smell that menthol, lemon, chocolate, oregano, you know it's an easy ID.
Absolutely.
You cannot mistake that. So. It's a really, really safe one to go at. The only deterrent, and I say this because I love you guys, if you've already crushed it and you already have it on your hands, just like if you've ever kissed anybody who's eaten garlic at lunch and you know it at dinner, it's the same way with your hands. And so you don't want to harvest in one area and go to a new area, just in case you have those essential oils on your hands.
How can people find you online to keep up with all your events and everything?
EatingTheOzarks.com.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Rachel, thanks for being
here.
For my lunch.
Appreciate
it.
Appreciate it. Coming up, learn about an upcoming breast cancer awareness walk.
Ozarks Live will be right back.